Hello, welcome to the Beat and Bam Super Cozy Fun Time. Don't get too comfy. These are layouts designed to test your skill. Last month we had a pretty easy set of layouts, shooting from -18 every round. This month is going to get tough. This month the prize is a Accurate Glide CD1. If you watch my channel, you know I've got the weird bag challenge going on, and the Glide CD1 is one of the workhorses in my bag right now. So that'll be the prize for this event. If you beat Bam, if you go bogey free, make sure you submit your player ID with the link to in the video comment description, so we can get you in that random draw for going bogey free to also win an Accurate Glide CD1. We have a CTP in this video. Check out the CTP. It's on one of the Champions Landing holes, where you can get CTP and earn a custom putter of your choice. Any mold and attribute putter that's available in the game right now, you could choose from. Shout out to all the channel members. Channel members are entered into a monthly drawing with Beat and Bam for a custom disc of their choice, putter, mid-range, or fairway driver with the Bam stamp on it here. Channel members are also playing in weekly events that we have, and every month series they have a prize where somebody's winning their choice of an item from the Disc Golf Valley Pro Shop online. This event is going to be closing on Sunday, the 9th at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The code is BAM17. Let's go and jump in and have some fun. Here it is, round one. It's time for some pain and suffering. This is going to be some tough holes, and we're going to find our best way to get through them without too much pain and suffering. I believe the Treason is still the best play for this, even in this wind. But slide left to open up the angle a bit for us. Aim down low. I think it's about here with a straight pullback with the one wind. With this three wind, I'm going to go over just a little over a disc of Anheuser. See if I can get through here. Miss the tree. One tree to miss. There we go. Missing the one tree. And there we are, right in the circle, 35 feet. I'm going to throw it in still, because I find that way easier to control than the plat. My hands are a little bit cold right now as I happen to be playing. So it's something that's going to make it, I don't know, potentially a little more difficult to do the putts. Here is some more Maple Hill. This one isn't as bad, I think, as actually the previous version, the 2023 version. I'm going to go Glide Skip Paradigm. Whatever your Glide Skip, Understable, Flippy Skippy distance driver is the best bet for you here. And the one wind's about a half disc of Anheuser. So it's two wind. I'm going to go almost a full disc of Anheuser. I like how this is looking here. This is probably going to push pretty long. Now, if you really want to get cheeky at this, you can take Glide Water Skip Driver, try and carve it through here and get a little bit of tree collision, then skip up. The safe way to get yourself the birdie is take something like the Fuse. You want to make sure I'm missing these trees. Something like the Fuse or whatever simple putter is. Just give it a little toss down here. That might have been too much. That was definitely too much power. I got lucky with that rock kick. I'm going to stop me here. To get up to this basket, 300 feet, I'll go Sticky Musket, which is plenty. Sit up by the basket and get the simple birdie. I get to remember a different mindset in my members' weekly events. I'm not competing, but I'm still making videos like these for the members there. And so I play a little more loose. This one, I am not playing as loose because I am competing here. I forgot. I need to go Glide Skip Paradigm here. Want to get as far to the right as I can, so I don't get too far out here, but that's too far to the right. And these trees are going to take birdie completely out of play. Maybe I get lucky with a long throw in, but I'm not even sure what collision I'm going to have coming through here. Then make sure I get collision on that second tree if I miss the first one. There you go. Got collision on the first one. I wanted to get collision because without collision, there was a good chance of going way too long. Now, the way in here, the overstable approach disc is probably going to be the best. I want to curve it into this opening. This way. No! Get in. Get in. Is that in? That's in. You want to curve into the opening. That turn orientation lock you see on my screen, that is me leaning forward. My phone turns upside down. That comes out saying, hey, do you want to turn your phone the other way? No, I don't. I just want to show how close that was to going OB. Boss Island 8. So this is a great shot for a light glide driver. Light glide paradigm is what I like to use here. Something flippy and light is good for this shot. I slide right. I put the middle chevron on this kind of skeleton's head sitting there. And this pull down is right in the middle of that railroad tie. Get a sway over to the right. And then when I let it rip, perfect, just barely missing that tree is an excellent way to get across and get eagle. Now, a little tip for event play here. If you're not confident with that line, getting across the water, it is totally okay. Take yourself like a forehand flippy fairway driver, like your forehand trees in, or a forehand sapphire even with lots of hyzer on it, or anhyzer on it, and toss that, lay it up before the river. And I'm going to go skip here and take that birdie. Birdie is way better to get here in big competitive events if you're not confident at all getting across for the eagle. I feel like with that eagle play, it's very touchy. And I'm at a point with my game where I feel like I can get that, I don't know, maybe in a one wind 80, 90% of the time. But if that's not you, I was like, take the layup, take the birdie. Don't give up the free strokes to the rest of the field. This is a light glide paradigm again. And my usual miss is to the right. A turn glide rive works here as well. So I think this wind that makes my normal miss to the right can correct me. Nope, there's my normal miss. And I'm okay with that miss because it stays in bounds. If you hit the fairway just right, you get down there. But if you miss, it's kind of self-correcting there. 236. I'm not going to be able to make that long throw in with the danger of OB right behind it. So we'll toss up to the basket. No problem taking a par here. 3 wind tells me I'm not going for this eagle. We can just go sapphire. Sapphire is plenty in this one. Put that middle chevron on that. I think that's an FPO pad out there. I'm not sure. And give this basically a straight pullback in this wind. Your whole goal is to get kind of close to that. No, it's not the FPO pad. It's the FPO pins. I don't know what that is. Get close to that one. 672 is far enough out there that we're not going to get there with a backhand. So we just take a forehand with the sapphire again to get closer up this fairway. And now we're close enough. 319 that we can go water skip sapphire. Aim low at that basket and let it get up here for your pretty simple, actually, birdie on this one. This is an easy hole to blow up on if you're really trying to go for it and get aggressive, especially with this wind. But it's pretty simple to take that birdie if you don't want to go for it and blow up. Okay. This wind is going to attempt someone. Oh, should we? Hole 7, 18? Yeah, let's do this. This is CTP. So if you want to get aggressive and go for that, here's your CTP. If you want to try to go for that green. I'm trying to think how to make sure I'm going to get there safe. I think it's actually a backhand. And I'm going to take a little bit of power off so I can go straight in the water like this. That's terrible. That is utterly awful, abysmal play. So this is going to be almost everybody get an eagle. I can get aggressive and go for this. I might be able to get there. But I'm going to take my medicine and take my par here. Oh, that's ugly. The forehand I was worried is going to push into that water, but instead I got the backhand that will push me into the water. And we go sticky river. Is that? Gosh, that flew like the Explorer. So stable with that tailwind. 30. I'm going to actually putt here. Putting in a 4 wind or 3 wind is a lot easier than throwing because it doesn't affect the disc as much when you're actually using the putting motion. And so 1, no need to go with your glide skip. Take yourself a light glide and let it carve this angle. You get right between those trees, and this is perfect. Some good ground play usually happens here to get you a lot closer than this one did. But if I was skip, it would have gone in the water. So I'm not really missing anything there. Want to get a little bit more wall behind this one. and throw. I'm thinking about 140 power is my guess on this throw in to try to get the eagle. No, just off to the left side, taking the birdie. Pain and Suffering is a very tough layout. We got -6 so far. Actually, it's a good feeling -6. Skip Sapphire or your skip fairway is the play for this one. Put the top chevron on that stake you see here on the right side of the path and give this just a little bit of anhyzer. Getting past this bush is ideal, but even when you hit it, the skip fairway has enough to get over that bush and get you onto the green. And this is honestly not that tough of a hole anymore as soon as you have a skip fairway in your bag. So there's through Pain and Suffering. We are -7, and it's a good feeling -7 with this layout. Next up is Code Red. Another good layout of some difficult separator holes. I think I'm confident enough with a shortcut that I'm going to go for it here. If you're not going for this shortcut, default aim Sapphire off the tee. You give like a half disc of hyzer or a full disc of hyzer. That's going to set you up to get into the green. The shortcut, though, is through here to the left. Glide, skip, drive. Right about here. One rock to miss, and there I go. We'll turn this into a par. I should not have been confident enough with that. Hopefully turn it into a par. I don't know if that's enough distance. I'm going to go water, skip, drive. Get up to get a good look. There we go. Saving the par. Should not have gone for that. And that's what I got to keep reminding myself. It is, since I started playing a little bit more aggressively, like 2-3 multiplayer seasons ago, you gotta remember the times to just take the safe like Worlds. Should always lay that up. This one, you can go water, skip, drive. But this is Sapphire. Sapphire out here. This is going to get pretty close to the shore side. Oh, a little kiss. Made it further. So, I mean, Eagle's not out of play with this, but it's a lot longer. The 285, we're about here. Oh, go in the bucket. Go in. There we go. Eagle the hard way. So, Eagle, like I said, not out of play going the long way around. It's more tough to get, but it takes par out of play. So let's take the smart play. You could try and skip this over. Glide, skip, Paradigm. Yeah, I'd go for it. I said a smart play. Take a little bit of power off to make sure I get down early enough to skip. A little bit of tree collision I think is okay. Is it? Up, up. Go. Okay, I'm going to play this smart. No, I'm going to go for it. And there we go. Turn it into a par. Be smarter than me. Be smarter than me and you'll beat me. This is where just playing it safe and taking us off the birdie here. You're going to gain stroke on... Oh. You're going to gain multiple strokes on me if you take the smart birdie on this one. Yikes. Is that 3 strokes if you go birdie? No, 2 strokes if you go birdie. Simply by being safe and smart on this one. Okay. I go back and forth. Do I want to show you something cool? Or do I want to show you the smart play? Please take my advice. Take the smart play on that one. All right, we just saw this one. We're going to go glide, skip, Paradigm. Get out here good. There we go. I'm happy with this. This is in a position where oh, wait. This is the old one. This is the old layout. So I don't want to go too much. I'm going to go overstable. Just a little pitch down. Still a little pitch down. But I want to get a little bit more aggressive than I did on the last one. So I can set up the throw in. Like I'm saying, this is the tougher one to get. So I'll go 100 feet of power here. And this is a tougher birdie than to get across because this little pitch down needs to actually be good enough to get you in line to be going for the birdie rather than just the layup onto the green. Nokia 15. Oh, tough wind. Huh. I think we're still good in this wind. This is no good. I think that still could have made it if I got the angle right. Get an angle right's the tough part, though. And I don't know if I'm out of this bush or not. I think I'm gonna go, at Forehand River? It's scary because if I hit this bush and get collision, I'm gonna drop in the water. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go over all this with the Explorer, 'cause if I aim out to the right, I think I'm more likely to be out of that bush that I just hit. And got across. Oh, yikes, yikes, yikes. I have been putting up some big scores lately in beating BAM for y'all. But we're still having fun. We're still having fun, and that's what's important. Let's show you the safe, smart way here. Take the forehand. That is safe. The backhand brings out water into play so quickly. The forehand, get between these trees. I wouldn't say it's the easy shot, but kind of like Coyote Canyon 3, it's much safer off the tee. Still keeps you with the eagle possibility, but takes that par quickly out of play. Let's try and fuse it. Okay, there we go. I get the only 2 eagles I have so far. Is that really? Yeah, the only 2 eagles I have is we're playing the safe way. So I gotta go the safe way at these more. I'll accept this one. We're gonna take the musket over the top every time here. Use the right side of the sign and create 2 little gaps, those little triangles that you're making here. And with your musket, just touch the right side just barely beyond that Wi-Fi band. And this is looking good. We're gonna be over the top. And if you're over the top, you're at least getting birdie, which you are here, at least getting the eagle because we're safely over the top, and drop it down safe onto the green. This one, really in any wind, I don't think it's really worth going around anymore. There are some tough winds on these. I think I'm still going to go the safe way with the trees in. Give it a little extra height to make sure we get safely through the Mando. We'll take having the longer throw in to make sure we're through the Mando, because if you miss this Mando, you got bogey. There's not really any way around it. I don't think it's really reasonable at all to make it from that drop zone. I'm going to throw 80, 90 feet of power on this one. I think it's about 20 feet up. There we go. Snuck it in that right side chains. Taking the birdie. It is coming out with the exception. Oh, we got another chance here. We got another chance here to not cut it as close to those bushes. And I'm going to do the exact same thing. That exact shot. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Which layout do I have? It's the old layout, so I can't get super close to the drop zone. Or the new layout. On the old layout, you can get, oh, that was terrible to lay up. On the old layout, you could throw straight to that drop zone and have yourself a look basically from the drop zone into the basket. That was almost a full repeat of last time. We'll take the par again. Here, I just need maybe a straight pullback. A lot of my lines I had a straight pullback, then I lost. And that was the last one for Code Red, -7 on Code Red. If I had just not done Lost Island, I would have been pretty happy with this. You gotta keep them separated. Let's do it. Keep them separated. All right, I'm gonna clean this up, play smart here. Glide, water skip, drive. I take a little bit of power off so it fades a bit harder around this corner. And I'm just trying to set up for the potential of this throw-in if I get close. Where am I? I am 173. Take about 50 feet of power off on this throw-in. So I'm going to go 150 to try to make this one. That's going to miss. Oh, come on. Let me play safe and smart. Holy cow. Holy cow. Should I just lay that up? I don't know. I mean, a layup onto the green is certainly viable if you don't have that throw-in. This one I have if I can get in position. The jury is excellent here. I like it. 139, we can go jury. Got top chevron right in the heart of the chains. Straight, full power. Eagle. Oh, love it hole. Love that hole, that shot. I love having the jury. That one and Highlander Route 8 make it fantastic to have the jury. I'm going to go glide, skip, drive. This wind is going to make it tough to get set up nicely. I don't really mind whether I get around this corner or not. Oh, well, okay. I do kind of mind that. That was a really bad kick far back there. Oh, I don't think I've ever been here. What the heck? Alrighty. Well, we will go lay it up over the top of this. Wow, that's one I've never had before. 252. That fuse can travel 252. Can it travel into the basket 252? No, I had a distance, but wow, that was such a terrible kick. We'll take the par. Don't complain too much about the par. I mean, this is a hole where it's definitely bonus eagle. It's got to be birdie. We'll get par. All right, sticky musket. Let's try and line it up here. Keep that default height and get the sticky musket around the corner. This is looking good. We got the tree out of the way. Good. We're going to go river. I want to actually slide to right, so when this fades off to the right, it's going more up that hillside. Bottom chevron on the left side of this basket. And I'm going to add about 30 feet of power. So it's my Sunshine Glade 1, which would be 200. So that's already added 10 feet. Then plus 10 here. And that goes right in the chains. Love it when it works out. Angry River, Happy Eagle. Par Eagle, Par Eagle. Wow. Not even going to mess around with it, especially at this wind. You can go roller if you want to try to get through there. But with this wind, you're going to be gaining strokes on the card just by getting the eagle. It's honestly a little bit tough to even get this shot around. Miss the tree. Miss the freaking tree. All right. Miss the tree. And a little bit tighter would have been nice. But we're going to have to, I think, even glide skip here. Well, I'll take 100 feet off for a 3 headwind. No, for 100 feet off into 1 wind. It would be 342. So I'd probably go like water skip sapphire even in 1 wind. But with this headwind, I think I got to get all the distance out of this. Get close. Get close. I think it's close enough here. Throw in. We're going to go forehand. Take 20 feet of power off because of that forewind. It's raised up. So 70, I'm calling 80. And I throw it with 60. There we go. Eagle sticking in. We got back-to-back eagles. There we go. That's the fun thing about these separator holes, is that they have that potential of creating anything from eagle to par. Now, I'm typically going light glide paradigm here, but with this wind, I actually want to make sure I don't overturn it because the headwind gives the disc more turn. So I want to make sure that the ride stability gets me back onto the shoreline here, which it does. And it's going to be across for yet another eagle. I want to go flippy in a 1 wind. I feel like get you a better distance lined up. But in the 2 wind, especially a 2 headwind, you want to go something more overstable to make sure you don't end up in that water. What's next here? This is gold 17. All right, I'm going to take a different approach here than typical. I'm going to go a light glide paradigm than typical other people see. This isn't typical for me, at least. I'm not trying something brand new. Light glide paradigm, not full power. That'll go OB. Take a little bit of power off. And my goal is actually to be a lot further to the right here to set up a good throw in because I feel like I have a hard time clearing those trees. 178. We'll go 170. Go in. Okay, at least don't do that. Am I going to have a look before I press move to lie? Yeah, that bush is going to be out of the way. If the bush is going to be in the way, I might have tried just rethrowing. Throw 100 feet of power because it's a little bit up the hill here, or a lot of it up the hill here. We got the birdie. That's okay. That's a tough one to get down to clear the trees and get the angle just right on the forehand. Definitely a big lefty advantage hole there. We're going to do this because I feel confident enough with it. And those are some famous last words there. Use that bottom, slide right, but bottom chevron on the tree. and the pullback is about a half disc of hyzer over that Wi-Fi band. And this is looking fantastic because it curls up a bit on the ice and pops you up over here. Oh, don't you do it. For the Easy Eagle. This is an Aaron Christensen line. If you don't watch his videos, check them out as well. He's got a lot of multiplayer, daily multiplayer rounds, and a fantastic video on Frozen Valley 4 in particular, in every wind, how to get that eagle. That's all his line. Oh, and we're back here again. Let's try aiming a little bit higher. Maybe that higher will take the turn. It does, but now stop. Stop, 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 stop! It did not stop. We got a long throw in. Oh, not too long. To save this, we'll go 100 feet of power on this one. All those off to the right. All those off to the right. We're in a bogey. No. -10. Well, there's some good separator holes there. I like this layout. This last layout is going to tempt me. This layout is called Send It. The temptation is huge. Oh boy. Okay, I'll do this one. Maybe just one. Maybe just one here. I think I like it. Fade. We need to get a little bit lucky here. There's that little bit of lucky. We send it for the eagle this time. Oh boy, how many is ever gonna tempt me to go at it? We saw the layup play last time. There's the send it play. Just so tough to get that angle right. We're absolutely gonna send this. Actually, you can clear this, just light glide. You don't even need to go with the water skip when you have that tailwind. Okay, well, you really don't need to, but you have to throw it better than that. That snuck away to the right and sucked. Back out across. 578, we'll go light glide paradigm again. And I think this one will be if it gets up there, just look in, get past the tree. Can we save the par despite the OB? It's going to be 60 feet of power on this one. No! That's another bogey. Okay, the reason I was scared of the water skip on that one is because if you get too close to the shore, the water skip just sinks. I thought that light glide paradigm could just clear it outright. We're not going to do this again. We'll glide sapphire. Show you the easy way. We're going to get the birdie. Try to get some points up here. Some negative strokes down on this. Guys, I'm kind of washed. It has been a while since I put up a great round for Beaten Bam. We'll see. I got to put it right together. This is November. Yeah, this is our November event right now. So December is the last one before the Beaten Bam playoffs. And the Beaten Bam playoffs are going to be a little bit different this year. It's going to be like Beaten Bam and Survivor back to back. We're not sending this at all. Just take the sticky musket. Not back to back, combined. Where I'm going to play through each course. Then if you beat me and qualified for playoffs, you're going to move on to the next course. This should be a little bit different that way. But I think I will try to make the next month's event. I got to make it something where I can actually just play well and not make mistakes. And it's not so much the layouts, it's going to be my mindset going in. I'm going to play I'm going to commit to this now. We'll see how I'm feeling next month. I play the BAM style. Oh, Smoothie Land. We go glide skip paradigm. Something flippy skippy. And get the early skip here, plenty of low, so you can get across this to get the eagle. As long as these berries aren't in your way, you have an easy putt. If they're in your way, you still have a putt. They never take away a putt, but they can certainly make it more difficult and make you do a lob shot when you wouldn't otherwise be lobbing it. Oh, Huh. So in the one wind, this always gets down and skips before the lava. I'm kind of wondering, I guess I'll just find out whether this is gonna skip down in time. Well, how wide I threw this. It will dead skip? That's ridiculous. Oh my goodness. And then way over the back, don't go in that lava again. That is a ridiculous dead skip. I mean, I missed my line, but that shot wasn't that bad to turn this into a par. I was hoping on the outside of the helmet, show you how I could rotate the world and put it through the helmet. Northern Lights 3, we're going to go Treason. And the Treason is a perfect disc for this tee shot. Getting right around this area is great. That mounted ground play determines the next disc we do. 571 has us going Waterskip Sapphire. And Waterskip Sapphire on the forehand. That'll get us down here for the birdie. This is another hole I used to really heavily dread. Mainly because if you're off a little bit, it so quickly becomes bogey or worse. Because that drop zone's far out there and a surprisingly tough 150-foot drop zone to make. I don't know why I have so much trouble with it. The wind is going to give us some trouble here. Here's my typical aim point with the Explorer and a 1 wind and a straight pullback. With that 3 wind, I'm going to go a little bit to the left, but give it a lot of Anheuser. Sticky, do the sticky thing, do the sticky thing. Getting the birdie here. Did I have any rounds where I went bogey free? I'm not sure. Well, it's a rough event. We're going to go Gladskip Paradigm. To keep it wide. Don't you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, this isn't the ending I was hoping for. See if I can end with some fireworks. What's our throwing gonna be like? We got pretty close here with the Treason. 279. Let's try and explore. Dive in. Fireworks. Fireworks to end it. Oh my goodness. Okay, how about a bogey to end it? Okay, lots of IB Bam discs this time around for you guys. I'm gonna work on getting myself together, keep this more exciting for the next Beat and Bam as we're heading to playoffs after that. Thanks for watching, guys. Be better than me. Stay bogey free.